And welcome back to the program, everyone. I am your host, as always, LitecoinLeader, otherwise known as Jeff. We're going to be talking today about Russia, and we're talking about cryptocurrency, international settlements, a lot of things with cryptocurrency in Russia and what they're moving along, including BRICS. And I'm going to talk about why we talk about BRICS and why we should care for watching a crypto channel. I will get to that. But before I do, please, if you like this channel and you like the content, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell in the corner. That really helps out. Think about joining our Patreon as well for more content. I apologize that we had some technical issues with the AMA last night. We're going to do another one next week. So I'm going to make that available to everyone as kind of like an introduction. We may do it free for everybody. We will see. But there's lots to talk about. If you want to join the AMA, leave a comment down below and we'll see if we can do something special for you. And I will be sure to get back to you. Or join the free Telegram. Join the free Telegram. If you're I will tell you this right now. If you're in the free Telegram, either follow the leader or EconomicPreppers the free chat. I will post the link to. You'll be able to get into the AMA. You'll be able to get in the AMA. I'll give you notification for Wednesday, and we're going to move it to 8:30 so that we're consistent on the time. So next Wednesday, 8:30. Join us Eastern, join us for an AMA. We'll get that squared away. But now back to the story. Let me share my screen and start going over. And I'm looking around my camera because I've got the windows in all weird spots today. So here we go. Okay, so the first story is about Russia preparing a draft law to allow crypto for international trade. Patrick sent this over to me last Wednesday evening, so hopping right on it to get this out there. Watcher Guru on Twitter shared this out. Great account to follow on if you're deep into crypto on Twitter. Must be following Watcher Guru. Just in, Russia prepares draft law to allow use of crypto for international trade settlements. There are lots of links in here talking about the banks and the central bank, internationalizing, easy word to say, the Chinese yuan. Russia's also talking about the CBD's front, but there was a link in here to the story. I'm trying to find it. Let's see. So if I open that up, there's the link from Watcher Guru to report it. No, that is not the right story. They updated this story. Oh, there it is. A recent report. So if I open up the recent report, it takes me to this tab. As you can see, it's plain as day. You can easily read this if you know the Cyrillic alphabet and speak Russian or know how to read Russian. But fortunately, there's a translate button. So I did that already, and I moved it over to here. So Russia may begin to use cryptocurrency in external settlements, highlighting the key parts. The chairman of the central bank, Elvira Nabulina, I'm going to go with Elvira, keep it simple, stated that the regulator, now keep in mind this is translated, so it's going to be a little bit broken English. The regulator can use cryptocurrencies in settlements with foreign entities. Such operations will be possible as part of an experiment. As Elvira noted, the central bank opposes the use of currency within the state. That means they don't like crypto inside of Russia. But for external calculations, such means can be used. That means you can use it. A draft law on this is being prepared. We'll get to that in a moment. So in Russia, they will create special institutions that will be engaged in mining and transfer cryptocurrency to foreign structures. That means they're going to be mining Bitcoin and other cryptos and create through these entities. They will engage in operations with other digital finances and such organizations. The central bank is now consulting with the government about which institutions could undergo operations. It is assumed that for the first time, state-owned companies can entrust these duties, and later private enterprises will receive such an opportunity. Now, before I go into the second half of the story, let me drop out of here and speak plain English from the story. Plain English is that Russia does not want Bitcoin inside because they don't want Bitcoin to take over the ruble or the yuan. Now, everyone is seeing the value of Bitcoin, that there's only 21 million. The stories are coming out that 6 million have already been lost out of the 20 million minted. So now, or mined, however you want to say it, but there's really only about 14 million Bitcoin for 8 billion people on the planet. Rough numbers. So not a lot of Bitcoin go around for everybody. So if you're a whole Bitcoiner, which is a weird term, but if you have one Bitcoin or more, I think the number I heard, and it's still kicked around by many influencers, if you have 0.28 Bitcoin or more, you are in the top 1% of the people that will ever hold Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. That's how scarce this resource is. But getting back to Russia, Russia doesn't want any country with a central bank does not want another currency coming in and taking over. So they're going to try and protect the ruble. but so they don't want rubles to be exchanged for Bitcoin inside of their state borders or country borders. But for dealing with other countries, game on. So they're not only that, but not only do they want to have Bitcoin for that purpose, for settling with other countries that are willing to accept it, but they're also going to create enterprises, businesses, first government-owned businesses that mine for Bitcoin, and then they may privatize it, meaning other companies that want to mine may be able to take over and do that as well within the Russian state. That's not described how that's going to be, but let me go back to sharing my screen because there's one more story that also came out tonight, which is Russian banks to start testing digital ruble CBDC on customers, and that came out. And also Russia developing special institutions to mine and transfer crypto across borders. So again, from Watch Your just in, Russia creates special institutions to mine cryptocurrency. So amidst the growing prominence of the BRICS nations, Russia is reportedly developing this capability, and they're developing a draft law to make this available for international trade. So all these things are intertwined. So what's happening now is that we're in a battle royale between the SWIFT system, the legacy system, the dollar system, the G7 system, the US system, whatever you want to call it, the dollar world reserve currency system, versus and my story from yesterday with the Bank of International Settlements. They want to create a world CBDC on top of all the other CBDCs for all their central banks that they control. So that's one. The other battle is the BRICS nations, which are going to launch a world reserve currency in August at their meeting in Durban in South Africa. And these two are going to battle each other. And the wild card, the third independent party here, in this election of what's going to become the dominant currency, is Bitcoin and potentially other cryptos. But for the most part, it's going to be Bitcoin. So because we know that other countries accept it, we have El Salvador, we have the Central African Republic, we have 44 more countries looking at it, and they're going to allow the exchanges, but they're going to exchange other currencies or allow you to pay off international debts or international payments, basically saying not in my backyard, but they will allow it for international trade. So there's going to be this other market on the world stage. There's going to be whatever the BRICS currency, the BRICS currency. There's going to be the central bank digital currency. Call it the Unicoin that comes out, and other currencies from the central banks. So there's going to be Unicoin from the old system. There's going to be the BRICS system, and there's going to be Bitcoin. All three of them are going to be competing on the world stage, and they don't want the others to fight with. They want to keep separations between the three to keep it difficult to get from A to B to C, and vice versa, because they want their system to be dominant. Think about in the days, if you're old enough to remember, of DVDs coming out, and there was DVD Plus, there's read write, and all these different kinds of formats and DVDs and DVD players, even laser discs. Even going back to the VCR days with VHS and Betamax, turns out that not always the best answer wins. Usually it's the most common answer wins because they create the dominant market. Think Microsoft earlier on that was dominant over Apple till Apple caught up. But Betamax was better than VHS, but a better quality for sure. But VHS won out because everybody adopted it for various reasons. So they're going to have three different platforms on the world stage. Now you have Bitcoin, you have the central bank one, and the central bank one, the CBDCs that are going to be controlled, and there's going to be the BRICS one that's going to be backed by probably gold, possibly silver as well. We don't know fully. It may be these five nations currencies that they're looking at. This is the BRICS nations. So you're looking at Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, where the meeting is going to be held. At least scheduled to be held in August. There's still talk about that because of the international warrant that's out for the rest of Putin, but we're not going to get into that. I'm drifting off. Back on topic. We got back to Putin, so we're back on topic. So we got Russia. They want to, like Bitcoin. We want to create Bitcoin, but we're going to spend it outside the country. And that's what a lot of countries are going to try and do. They're going to say whatever they have, they're going to have their own system, and whatever else they have, they don't want to spend it on the international stage. At least that's what the statement is now. But I wouldn't be surprised if the BRICS nations are just building the path towards eventually incorporating cryptocurrency within the BRICS system. That could very well happen because you could easily tie Bitcoin to a precious metal or put it in a basket together and become a world currency with not just gold and silver, but Bitcoin and other commodities all into one basket backing this new international currency. So the game is on, the battle is on for all the different monetary platforms that are out there, the currency platforms, to figure out what's going to be the winner, if any, that exist right now. But the dollar, as far as the global dominance, it's over. BRICS is on the rise, Bitcoin's on the rise, and all three are battling against each other on the world stage. So leave in the comments of who you think is going to win. I would love to, I read every comment, love to comment on all of them. So please like, share, subscribe, like cool stuff. But I read every comment. I'm looking forward to all your comments. Thanks again for watching, and like, share, subscribe. But with all that said, I'm going to close the door on the bureau, say follow the leader, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.